Hi guys! So I thought in honor of my snow day that I would play around with some, different makeup today, makeup that I've gotten either samples of or just haven't gotten around to trying yet. And I actually like the way my face turned out today. So I thought I would just share for you, what I did to my face today and share with you sort of how I pulled off this look. I'll give you a close-up of my eyes. Not used to blinking this much like that on camera. And just go through the products and kind of give you my first impressions of them if they're products that I'm using for the first time. So I thought I put it all in this cute little bag I got from Ulta. And I thought I would just start with generally like the face products that I used this morning to do my best to cover up the face demons and other imperfections that I had. So I started off putting on this Ulta Flawless Prime, and it's meant to control redness, and it's paraben-free. Unexpectedly, this is green, which I should have known because it's meant to basically diffuse redness on your face. I didn't notice right away. I don't have too much redness on my face, just around like where I have this acne mark right now, and a little bit sometimes like if my face is a little abused from being rubbed a little bit too hard, and sometimes I get too aggressive when I scrub my face. But this seemed like a fine primer, but I don't necessarily know how well it did with the redness right off the bat, but I would definitely pay attention to it more as I use it more. I think it was effective. I think it helped. I like primers in general. So this is pretty good. I don't know if I'd pay the full price for it, but I do like the sample. Then I put on top of it this Buxom Dim the Light. This is the shade I have. I will say this is a really wet formula. After I put it on using my beauty blender, it needed to sit. And my face just felt wet for probably, I'd say like 2 to 3 minutes afterwards. So I just kind of like hung out, did some stuff on my eyes while that was going on. And so what I put on my eyes are, first I start with this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, the Primer Potion. It's just the basic one. I'm not loyal to it. I can use the e.l.f. dollar one. I also think I might when I run out of this, and I've got like 2 smaller tubes of this and maybe I think 3 or 4 medicine like pill pack samples. It's gonna be a while until I'm through all of my primers for my eyes, but I definitely think I want to try a MAC paint pot. If you guys have any recommendations for a good color to use for that, I hear tons about it. I've never used any MAC makeup before. I think it's really expensive and I don't know if it's worth it, but I hear lots of good things about paint pots, and I'm told that if you like this, that a MAC pot is like this times 10 and much, much better. Forgot 2 things for my face, so we'll go back. I use this Maybelline Age Rewind before I put on my foundation or my BB cream to cover up my dark circles. I do have dark under eyes. I think it's because I'm not sleeping enough ever, and so that's just a part of my face. I like this. The only problem is I notice that sometimes if I'm not careful with how I pat it in, it sinks into fine lines and highlights those, but I've learned to sort of adapt around that so it's not as noticeable. And then after my foundation sets and everything, or my BB cream sets, I go back over with this CoverGirl in Classic Ivory. This stuff's old. I don't even know if they still make this for CoverGirl, but I put this over to brighten and help, again, darken, or not darken, but cover the dark spots underneath my eyes. Now to my eyeballs. After I put on my primer, I always put on as a base my Maybelline Color Tattoo. This is in the color Barely Branded 70. I love it. I think it's great, and it goes on. I just put it on the moving part of my eye, right on my lid, before I put any other shadow on. This is kind of like an Ulta video review because most of the products I have used were products I wanted to play with after getting my Ulta sample. So this is one of the ones I got. It's this little shadow quad. So the colors are Seashell, In the Buff, Silk, and Social Climber. I think I got those right. I love these colors. I think they're so pretty. They remind me of some Bare Minerals shadows. So I want to give these a try, and I'll swatch these for you and then tell you what ones I put on my face. Those are the 4 colors, and they're clearly really shimmery. So if you like shimmery color, if you don't like shimmery colors, this probably isn't going to be a good quad for you, but I love these colors. And this morning I watched a beauty broadcast. If you guys don't watch her channel, you're missing out. She is wonderful. And she had talked about a sandwich effect to do with your eyeshadows, which I thought was really fun. So I gave that a try. And the way it works is you pick just 2 shadows to use. I picked these 2 shadows to do, and you can tell how she had to do on the video was you put this color, the lighter color, all over your lid. This goes in your crease, and then this goes back under your eyebrow. So I did it. You can see it's in my crease, and then I like to always bring it down into like my outer V. I like the look of that, and then I blended it out. And to do that, I used my 3 favorite brushes right now. And that would be these 3. These 2 came in a Coastal Scents Revealed palette that I got from Bath & Body Works. And this one is S03. This is S07. I use this to put on my shadow on my lid to pack it on. This is a e.l.f. brush. It's, I believe, just a blending eye brush. I use this for my crease. And then I used this to blend everything all out so it looked relatively decent. And I always clean my brushes every time I use them. It's just a habit I have. I don't wash them every week like you're supposed to, but I do spray them and then wipe them before I put everything back. And I've been using the e.l.f. Daily Brush Cleaner. I really like this stuff. It does a nice job, gets everything off, and it's really cheap. So I would highly recommend using this. I was using the Sephora stuff before, and that's like 4 or 5 times the price and just as efficient as the e.l.f. one. Then, after I finished my eyeshadow, I put on the Kaylin gel eyeliner in Iron, which I like because it comes with this applicator. But I will say that I've had this. It came in an Ipsy bag at most 8 months ago, and it's starting to dry out. And I always keep the lid on. I don't know why, but I had to really dig my brush in to get a good enough amount of product on the brush to be able to put it on my eye. So that bums me out. This stuff's expensive. You buy it full price on its own. So I would definitely say, unless you're an avid gel line wearer, I wouldn't buy this if it's tending to dry out, because I think it's like $21. That's crazy for something to dry out at that price. Then I use the Ulta Voluptuous Volume Mascara. It's just got like an old school brush on it, and I curled my eyelashes, and this is the effect that I got. I definitely like it. I used just 1 coat, and my eyes aren't crunchy at all. They're still soft, and it had a nice effect. It was easy to put on. It didn't clump my lashes from what you can see, and doesn't give me too spidery of a look. So I definitely liked this. I'm glad I was able to sample it. Then, after that is all done, I make sure that there's no eyeshadow underneath my under eyes. If there is, I fix it. And then I go ahead and use the Benefit Watts Up sample. I use it right along my brow bone, and then I use it down my nose, blend it, and then I put on the Rockateur blush, which has been my go-to blush since it came out when I got it. It's this beautiful rose gold color, and I love rose gold. You can see it on my hand. For some people, you know, it's not going to really show as well on their skin. For me, it's just enough because I am so pale, so I really like it. And I do use the brush that it comes with, even though most people don't like it. And then the last thing I used, which I got yesterday, was my Stila lip gloss. You can see it on my lips. It gives me just a little bit of color, nothing too aggressive, nothing too in your face. It's not too sticky, which I like, but I definitely feel like you don't get a ton of product. If you guys watched the video yesterday, like I really have to turn it to get any out at first. And then I think to put it on my lips, like a decently amount, I have to crank it a bunch of times too. So I don't see this product lasting really long if you wear it all the time. But if you guys use this gloss, let me know in the comments below how long, you know, one of these will last for you and how often you're wearing it to see, you know, get a better idea. Because this stuff is $8 for a size like this, which I think is pricey for lip gloss. Maybe that's just because I'm kind of cheap about it. But I don't know. I like it, but I don't know if it's worth, you know, what you get for it. But that is for my face today. If you guys have any tips or tricks or suggestions or other products that you think I should maybe try or that you love, let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.